Your desk is a disaster. Papers everywhere. 3 half-finished coffee cups. And somehow, you still know exactly where everything is. Meanwhile, you talk to yourself in the kitchen. You stay up until 2 a.m. for no good reason. You swear more than anyone else you know. Here's the strange part. Every one of these things you've been quietly embarrassed about might actually be a signature of a sharper mind, not a messier one. In 2013, researcher Kathleen Voss compared people working in tidy rooms versus messy ones. People in messy environments consistently generated more creative, more novel ideas. The tidy room encouraged convention, safe answers. The messy room gave brains permission to break pattern and land on ideas nobody else had thought of. Voss wasn't saying mess causes genius. She documented something quieter. Environments that feel unconstrained seem to loosen the mental rules your brain usually enforces on itself. Now, that 2 a.m. problem. Evolutionary psychologist Satoshi Kanazawa analyzed sleep patterns against measured intelligence and found people with higher IQ scores were significantly more likely to identify as night owls. His explanation leans on the idea that intelligence correlates with comfort, deviating from evolutionarily default behavior, and sleep timing is one of the most deeply default behaviors humans have. Night owls aren't lazier. They may simply be more willing to override an ancient script. Then there's talking to yourself. Researchers Gary Lupien and Daniel Swingley found that people who talked themselves through a search task, saying an object's name out loud, found it significantly faster than people searching silently. Speech isn't just communication. It's a tool your brain uses to organize its own attention. So when you mutter keys, where are the keys in an empty apartment? You're running an actual cognitive shortcut. Just one that looks a little unhinged from the outside. Here's where these threads connect. Mess. Delayed sleep, talking to yourself. On the surface, unrelated quirks. Underneath, they share a common thread. A mild willingness to ignore defaults. Everyone else follows automatically. This is also why smart people get a reputation for being exhausting to be around. Overriding social defaults shows up in conversation too, in the tendency to say the blunt thing, to swear more casually. Studies on swearing and vocabulary, including work by psychologists Kristen and Timothy J., have found that people with larger overall vocabularies also tend to have larger swearing vocabularies. The old assumption that cursing signals a limited vocabulary is backwards. Fluency with language includes fluency with all of it, including the parts polite conversation prefers you leave out. None of this means masinzas or bad sleep directly causes intelligence. Correlation isn't causation. And plenty of brilliant people keep spotless desks. But the pattern isn't really about any single habit. It's about a mind slightly more comfortable operating outside the lines everyone else quietly agreed to stay inside. There's one more habit worth mentioning. Daydreaming. Neuroscientist Eric Schumacher found that people whose minds wandered more during simple tasks actually showed higher measures of both intelligence and creative problem solving, along with more efficient brain activity overall. A brain capable of handling a boring task without needing its full attention has processing power left over, and that spare capacity doesn't sit idle. It wanders, connects unrelated ideas, and often produces exactly the kind of insight-focused attention rarely stumbles into. Every one of these habits gets treated as a personal failing in most modern institutions. Offices reward tidy desks, schools reward silent focus. Productivity culture treats a 2 a.m. bedtime as a character flaw rather than a documented tendency among more analytically inclined minds. Institutions are built around the easiest behaviors to standardize, not necessarily the behaviors that best serve original thinking. So the next time you catch yourself mid-rant to an empty room at 1 a.m., surrounded by 3 days of clutter, using language your grandmother would not approve of, know this: you're probably not falling apart. You might just be running a brain that finds the rules everyone else follows, a little less binding than most people do. Your desk isn't a disaster. It's a mind with too many interesting ideas and not quite enough patience for filing them.